Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Stand Up, Sit Down. And on today's show, I have the hilarious, the talented Maronzio Vance.
You are now tuned in to Black Hollywood Live. Stand up, sit down.
I'm going to get it. There it is.
You said it with so much confidence.
I did.
Miraculous recovery. What?
Maronzio.
There we go.
Maronzio.
Yeah.
He's like, first of all, I'm terrible with names. I'm like literally the worst person with names.
Probably the worst job to have where you got to say people's names. That's like somebody saying, I'm a cook. I'm a chef, but I'm terrible at cooking. But they always make me cook.
Yeah. And you know what it is? I think it's like
It's words.
yeah, but
and stuff.
it's just like I've just never been good at it.
At talking.
Yeah, I'm the worst. I get mixed up, and it's a whole
You just told me you're terrible
thing.
at talking, but yet you have a talk show.
I fooled them for a few years.
You're very Trump about that. You're like
Yeah, that's it. I've been
Black
fooling people.
Hollywood Live Donald Trump, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
But give me the job. I'm terrible at stuff.
Yeah. That's it. This is what happens.
So go ahead and say the quote. I thought it would be easier than my other job. Very Trump. I thought it was
I
easier
had
than my
no
other job.
idea that hosting a show would be this
You're
difficult.
running the fucking country, and you thought this would be easier than running a hotel.
Yeah. But how are you?
I'm good. Are we live yet?
We are. This is it. We're on it now.
We've been on the entire time.
it's out. Yeah, this is it. This is
Were
it.
people listening to me discuss how you were struggling with my name?
All that.
All right.
How's life treating you right now?
Well, I'm on a TV show, and my lovely publicist, got me on this show, and the host don't know how to say my name. So that's how life is going right now. Yep.
But all the above. 9 out of 10, you winning right now.
I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm 9 for 10 right now.
That's all you need.
I just flew in from Chicago this morning. I have not slept since Saturday morning, 10 o'clock.
Huh.
Yeah. So I've been up, I slept on the plane. First of all, I flew Spirit Airlines. Y'all
Oh my God. Why?
Yeah, because,
Why?
I flew Spirit because, sometimes you got to, hurt yourself to love yourself again.
You could have flew United then if you want to do that.
Nah, because I'm too tired to fight. But I am into sadomasochism, so I was like, let me fly Spirit.
That's it, yeah.
The airline that actually advertises inside the plane. They have advertisements up on the top of the plane where you put your luggage in. I'm like, why are they advertising a chiropractor in a plane?
Because tickets are so cheap.
It's weird though.
Yeah.
But they nickel and dime me for everything. So if I take my carry-on bag with me onto the plane, it's $57. But if I check my bag, it's $50. Ooh, the conundrum I was in.
So then you check it.
Yeah, for $50. Do you understand? If I flew there, I didn't fly Spirit. I flew United there.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So it sounds like you had an interesting trip from jump.
Look, some people diet
Yeah.
to punish themselves. I fly United in Spirit, and
Yeah.
that's what I did.
All right. But how was the trip though? Like the overall, not the actual transporting there, but
I went to Peoria, Illinois, which is the home of Richard Pryor, born and raised. Richard Pryor. They have a very mediocre statue of this man in his town. This is where he is from, born and raised. He's the GOAT. He's the king of comedy. He is the end all be all. This is what people aspire to be, and there's a statue that does not reflect his body of work in this town. And it took 3 or 4 years to get it done, and it didn't get done until 2005.
Oh wow.
He's been dead since 2006, and it took 2005 for them to get the statue. George Lopez actually put together a show with rest in peace Charlie Murphy and Cedric Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Mike Epps, Eddie Griffin. They all went to Peoria and did a show to help get the statue bronzed. Because they, when they first sculpted it in clay, and then they needed to pay to get it bronzed, and they had raised some money, and they needed $100,000 to get the rest of it done, and George came in and they did a show and they got it bronze, and that's the end of that story. But I was gonna fly into Peoria, but it was $850 to fly into Peoria, and I had to go Google and look where Peoria was, because I was like, is it in America? Like why is it $850 to fly to Peoria? And I had to talk to the people when they came to the show. I was like, look, you know it costs like $850 just to fly here. I mean, y'all may want to lower your prices so you can get the tourism up, because ain't nobody gonna visit that statue.
I didn't know that they even had an airport though.
Look, it's a lot. You got a golf course. No one's using it, but it's a golf course there. It's the second worst place for black people in America to live. And I was gonna charter a bus and be like, hey, if anybody want to leave this weekend, I'm about to go to this bigger city called Chicago. I don't know if you heard of it, but I'm sure we can all find work if we all just stick together. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah.
Well, you know, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you made it there safely. Made it out. Came back.
I did. I came back to expensive Los Angeles, California, where there are no more. If anybody's watching this and you aspire to come to Los Angeles, don't do it. There's no more apartments under $1,000 in California. I'm sorry. If you thought you were gonna come here and get like a nice one-bedroom apartment for $700, you would do that in Kansas City, maybe, or Peoria, but you will not do it in Los Angeles. I have the last apartment
for $1,000.
Under $1,000. Under $1,000. Okay. I don't even live in it. I just use it as a museum to let people know what life used to be like before it got bad.
No, you know what was bad. I used to be a property manager, right? So
really?
And there are people who were living in this building that I was managing. It was a studio,
right?
$425
for a studio.
Yeah.
Recently?
This was
this can't be recently.
3 years ago is what they were paying. But they were in that apartment for like 10 plus years or so.
Oh, okay. Because when I first moved to LA, I had a studio apartment, and I was paying $525 for the studio apartment. Yeah. Like, I kind of miss it.
Yes, I mean, $525.
But I have a serious shoe collection. It wouldn't work out. It really wouldn't work out. But yeah, studio apartment, $525. I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and then you can Airbnb that, and then
I don't like Airbnb.
Just period, or just?
I don't like Airbnb. I don't like Lyft. I don't like Uber. I don't like none of it.
You like taxi cabs and
I look
5-star hotels?
I look at the quality in suites. I look at it as prostitution.
All right.
Uber and Lyft is legal prostitution.
Think about
what prostitution is. There's a woman says, I want to make some money off of what I have, and this man scoops down and says, hey, let me help you with that. Go over there and give that guy some, and then come back over here with the money, and I'll give you something, right? That's what prostitution is, right?
Yeah.
That's the definition of prostitution. Yeah. Services rendered, you get some money,
right?
And the man says, you did good. Put that in your pocket. Go buy yourself something nice.
Clean yourself up a little bit.
Some cherry blossom perfume or something or whatever. That's what Uber and Lyft is. Uber's like, yo, you got a car, right? Go drive for me. Bring me the money, and I'm going to give you a cut. Just like prostitution. It is. Yeah. And then on top of that, they even have a criteria. Like, a pimp won't have a certain criteria of prostitutes. He'd be like, I can't use you if you got bruises and stuff like that. Like, your car has to be a certain standard.
Right.
You just can't say, I want to drive Uber. They're like, we need to see your car first. And I'm like, do you think somebody who can't get somewhere really care what type of car comes to pick them up?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't.
I do.
If you don't have a car, and you like, I gotta get something to eat, and I come to pick you up, and I got a baby seat in the back.
Wait, like I don't. Do I know you? Because if you're like one of my friends, then that's different.
No.
But like if I'm paying somebody to take me somewhere, I don't need
you
like
want to look you want to look nice.
I don't want your life.
You want to look nice being enabled.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're disabled. You don't have a car to get around.
Right.
But you want to look good.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Well, I mean, or you could be out drinking. You know what I mean? So if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going to an event or something like that,
Right.
and I know that I'm going to drink and I don't want to drive,
Right.
then I want like a decent car picking me
Why?
up.
Because you want to be drunk? When you be like, I want a nice car when I drive home drunk. When I ride home drunk, I need to be in a nice car.
Yeah, I would rather throw up if I'm gonna throw up in a car, in like a nice car, versus
Why
throw
would
up.
you? That's such a first world thing. Like, if I'm gonna throw up, I'm throwing up in something nice. I refuse to give my vomit to a 1997 Toyota Camry. I am better than that. My vomit deserves better.
Yeah, it needs to be at least 2007 or better.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man, your first world ideas, man.
But let's go all the way back to childhood.
Okay.
And like growing up, like what type of kid were you growing up?
Jeez, that sounds like therapy. So, first, the earth was made,
Yeah.
right? It was a boom. Then all these stars came. That's too far back.
No, I mean listen, you can keep going.
I
A
wasn't,
few million years.
I
and then
wasn't here for that, so I'm speculating. All that's hearsay. I don't have any evidence. I was a young kid. I enjoyed making people laugh. I enjoyed being creative. I wish the imagination that I had when I was younger, I still had now. Because Hollywood killed it. Like they took it out into the desert and shot it.
Yeah.
And put it in the ground with some rocks and some lye. And Kanye's Flashing Lights is playing. I don't know why. It's the video all over again. But nah, I was energetic and innovative, and I had fun. Like I just had fun. I enjoyed. I think the biggest thing was I would watch movies, and I would become whoever I watched. Like that was the persona I would be until I saw another movie that made me say, "Ooh, I like that persona better."
Right.
I was Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop for like 4 years. Like for 4 years, all I wore was like sweatshirts and jeans, tight jeans, and white sneakers. And I had a little mini afro, and I was just solving crimes in my neighborhood and getting in trouble and talking smack to people. Like Eddie Murphy got me into a lot of fights when I was younger. Because in Beverly Hills Cops and all these movies that Eddie was in, anytime he would like get cornered or they would trap him or they had him tied up or something like that, he would still be talking trash. Like, well, when I get out of here, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm like, God, this dude is crazy. He's about to die. Like, and then I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I would get in fights at school. I'm like, man, your breath stink. And he's like, you are about to get beat up. I know, I'm gonna get out of it. But they hadn't seen the movie, so they didn't know I was supposed to beat them up later on. And they beat the hell out of me. They would.
So, but like you never had a plan of getting back at him. You always just said you were.
Well, the movie, the movie, he just like get out of it. And I was like, and I was like, I'll get out of it. I don't know how, but he got out of it, so I should get out of it. Like, if we everybody play their role correctly, I should be beating you up later on in the week.
Never happened. Never happened.
No, nobody saw Beverly Hills Cop. Just me. Just me. All Eddie Murphy movies. All Golden Child, he talked trash. Trading Places, he talked trash.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Beverly Hills Cop 3 did not happen in my world. It didn't. That was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was bad edits. Like, it was like, I got specific. It was like some bad edits in that movie. Like, it was a scene where he had the elephant suit on. And
right, yeah, because they were at the theme park. Yeah.
So one scene you see he got the elephant feet on, and then he come back, and the elephant feet going. I'm like, what happened to his feet? Like, y'all didn't see this? Like, who edited this movie? Like, I wanted to call the editor and be like, did you see Eddie Murphy don't have elephant feet? Fix this. Oh, there's so many edits wrong. But there's a website that you can go to look at all the movies.
Points out all the.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Oh my, it's great.
But no, but it's also like it puts editors out of business though. Like, you messed up this movie.
That's your job.
I mean, yeah, but
you really make excuses for people. You an excuse maker. You like,
I'm just saying,
man, you know
it's
what?
someone's livelihood.
I messed up your name, but I've never been good with talking. I got a talk show, but I ain't never been good with talking. I mean, who's good at talking? Huh? Talking?
Eddie.
Hey?
Eddie's good.
Yeah. You like Allen Iverson just now. Practice. Practice. Are we talking about practice? It's just practice.
We're talking about the game.
Can we talk about the game?
Practice.
Like, talking. Hell, you talking about talking?
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah. No, but I've always been one of those kids that just like I didn't really talk growing up.
Right.
And then, someone's like, "Hey, you have a good voice. You should like do something with it." And that's what made me like start talking more.
This is what you went to?
This is it. This is the I'm at the pinnacle right now.
Right now.
This is it.
Do you don't go to commercials, do you?
No, this is it. We just go straight through.
We get to see all the pain.
Yeah.
I'm at the top. I didn't see myself past this right here, so whatever happens after this is just a bonus. They might let me go to the other room and work. It's like
it's a totally different show.
It's 4 rooms. I might get another room. It looks like an escape room in here.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we gotta solve a crime to get out of here in like an hour or we die.
Yeah, the walls start closing in.
My fear is they'll do a escape room, but it'll be like a plantation for
you
black
have
people.
30 minutes to get out.
30 minutes to get out, and I don't get out, and they're like, you just belong to us now.
You're stuck here now.
I'm a slave. They like, one of my favorite shows is Westworld, and I used to joke about it. I was like, what if they had Westworld, but like for slavery, and they were like, you could only pick one character if you black. They're like, you can only be a slave because that was all that was the option back then. And then they were like, all right, go. I'm like, am I gonna pay?
Right.
I'm gonna pay to be a slave. I don't like this game. And then I go and they fix it where you don't get out of slavery. Like they fix it where they can't fix slavery. So like, I'm stuck in Westworld slavery. It's weird. It's scary.
Yeah, and that's it.
There's no clues. There's no clues, and I'm not supposed to be able to read. So I'm like you. I'm having trouble with words and stuff and everything. So I'm just a slave in the game for like 10 years. It's crazy.
Would you make it? If you were a slave, would you like, would you be like, you know what, I'm shoot me, like you run off the thing?
I would just run. I would be the Jesse Owens of slavery. I'm just gonna keep running a lot because I know people like, if I was a slave, they ain't gonna hit me. I'm like, no, they gonna hit you.
Yeah,
they gonna hit you a lot.
Yeah,
and they like when you say that they're not gonna hit you because they like, I'm gonna show you
right
that I'm gonna hit you. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad, you weren't born back then and you're doing comedy now.
Yeah. I think I would do comedy back during slavery, like Def Comedy Jam in a barn, late night. People laughing like, shh, y'all gonna get us hung. But the jokes is funny. Like, laugh, but don't laugh too loud. Like,
right.
Snicker.
What got you into stand-up? Like, what introduced you to the whole stand-up world?
My dad listening to Richard Pryor on these things called the Real to Real. Like there's reels, and he would play Richard Pryor and he would laugh. And I was like, if you can make your dad laugh, it's like, man, if you can make this guy laugh, because he don't laugh and nothing. Like, I think you're just born and dads are just like, man, life is terrible. And then I had you, it's like, God damn, I'm ready to go. I don't know, but making my dad laugh was like always like a goal. Making my mom laugh was a goal, and then I think there's a certain unique quality when you understand humor and the ability to trigger something in someone to make somebody laugh.
Yeah. Because
everybody can't do that. You know what I mean?
Very true.
So I think if you have the ability to say something to make people laugh and bring them joy, I think that's a overlooked quality. I think people appreciate comedy, but I don't think they fully appreciate what is really taking place. Because I'm sitting at home, I'm writing stuff, and I'm hoping that what I say will make you laugh to the point you be like, oh my God, I really like this guy, and
right.
I'm gonna pay to see him, or I want to come back to see him again.
Yeah. So
that and just like I watch a lot of stand up when I was younger. So I watched like Bill Cosby himself. I watched Whoopi Goldberg had a one-woman show she did for HBO, which was incredible. She did like 6 characters. I thought it just spoke to me, and this was like back in the day. So I had like I'm gonna age myself when I say this, but I had a boom box. And I would take the boombox and put it in front of the TV, and I would record the stand-up on tape.
You could listen to it back.
And I would listen to it later on. That was the only thing I listened to. I listened to Whoopi Goldberg, and I listened to Bill Cosby, and I listened to It's gonna sound weird, but I listen to Stephen Wright a lot. So those like my 3 people that I just like spoke to me.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like Whoopi because she did the characters. I like Bill because he told the stories, and I like Stephen Wright because he's one-liners, and they were so dry and witty. Like Stephen Wright is extremely dry. I know a lot of people are like, who is Stephen Wright? If you saw Half Baked, he was the guy that was on the couch that didn't talk.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
That, and you know, I just figured out how to do it.
What was the first show like? The first time you got on stage, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this thing for real.
It was prom night.
Oh wow.
So what they did, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. So what they would do is, instead of having kids go and get hotels and drink and do bad stuff, the Comedy Zone would say, hey, come to the comedy show. And then you go see comedy for free, and they would provide punch and popcorn and all this stuff and everything. And the comics were horrible. Like, they were just bad.
Yeah.
And one of the comics was like, you think you can do better? You come up here. And everybody turned and looked at me, and they were like, why don't you go up there? And I was like, what? I just went to the prom. I ain't ready for this. And then I went on stage, and I think my first joke was, how many people spend a lot of money to impress somebody they already got it from? Like, they already had sex with. Like, how many people spend money on somebody they already got sex from? And I was like, it didn't go over well because it was prom night too, and it was weird. And my other joke I did, I said I want to go to college to be a teacher, and I had to do the student teaching, like go shadow a teacher. And I went and saw in this classroom, this lady had a picture of Stevie Wonder in her classroom, but she had a whole classroom plastered with just inspirational people that had different positive quotes under the bottom of their names. And the Stevie Wonder poster said, before I ride home with somebody drunk, I'll drive myself. And I was like, I don't know who the hell that is for, because Stevie Wonder's never seen the road a day in his life. Like, I'm gonna take my chance with the drunk guy. He has at least saw how he got here.
Right.
Like, what is Stevie gonna do? Put the stick out the window and tap the ground and be like, I think I've heard this street before. No, I'm not. No. Either way you go, you're gonna die. Either way, at that point, I was like, I don't want to be responsible for children's lives. Not if that poster has to be in my classroom, because you don't even know how to explain that. Like, what's that supposed to say? Well, basically, Stevie's saying he will take his life into his own hands. I'm like, that's all I could get out of that. So, yeah.
What was your first bomb like?
I auditioned for Def Comedy Jam when I was just graduated from high school. They had a list of comics, 22 comics on a list. Everybody did 5 minutes, like 3 or 5 minutes apiece. I don't remember. But Chris Thomas was hosting, Mayor of Rap City. He used to do the little, I'm aging myself when I say stuff. But yeah, Chris Thomas was the host of Rap City. People like, Rap City, what's that? It's the show. He used to come on BET.
Yeah, it was a great show. I was around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When BET used to do stuff.
They had like music and stuff on.
Yeah. When music was good. And he hosted, and Monique was a judge in the audience. Bob Sumner was there, and I was number 20. And I was 18, and I looked like my mom had dropped me off at the mall. Cause I looked, 18. I looked like I was 12. Like I looked like I could be kidnapped at any moment. Like I was just like, somebody keep an eye on this kid or something like that. And I was 18, and I was about to turn 18, and I went to the place, and no one had really schooled me, because North Carolina is not like a hotbed for comedy. I mean, it's comedy there, but it was no boom where I had like a older person to take me under their wing and say, this is how you do comedy, or this is what you do, this is what you don't do. And I had an Adidas t-shirt on and some stonewashed denim jean shorts and some Adidas sneakers, and I looked like I was dressed to go to summer camp. Like, they were like, all I was missing was my lunchbox and my off spray to keep the mosquitoes off of me. And when I walked on stage, this guy, I remember him like it was yesterday, he sat there and he was like, does your mama know you here? And I was like, it ain't supposed to go like that. My mom like, it ain't supposed to go like this. What's happening? Like I try to get a joke out, and these people were trash. Cause you booed a child.
Yeah.
It was like you don't boo children. I'm just sorry, you don't boo children. Like you don't boo people when they sing a gospel song. You just don't. You like,
right.
You just let it. Even if they can't sing, you like
let it go. Let them finish.
It is the Lord. So you like let it slide. But they booed me like they booed me as if they had practiced before they got there. They're like, well, now this guy come up, we all gonna get up at the same time. And they booed me like I owed them money, and I was like, when I got booed, I was like, you know what? I'm going to college. I don't deserve this. I'm gonna get an education and buy this building back and burn it down. Like
no, but and this was for an audition, which is even worse.
It was worse, man. And most people would have quit.
Yeah.
And if you had seen the room was packed with drunk, angry, upset, unimpressed. I gotta work tomorrow. Black people. It was like they were auditioning to be the Def Comedy Jam audience. They were like, "We're gonna show y'all. We need to be in the audience, Def Jam." And they booed me like no other. Like I was impressed. I was like, "Man, y'all did a number."
So then, what made you get back on stage?
Bob Sumner came up to me after I got off stage, and he was like, "You got something. I don't know what it is, but you got something." And he gave me his card, and I went home and went to sleep, and my mom woke me up the next morning. She was like, "How did it go?" And I was like, "I'm gonna apply for school tomorrow. I'm gonna just apply. I gotta get a scholarship or something." She said, "You giving up?" I said, "I ain't giving up. I need to do something in the meantime until I figure out how this works, because it didn't work like I thought it was gonna work, Mama."
Right.
So we went to college. I went to North Carolina. I went to St. Augustine's College first in Raleigh, North Carolina, because my SAT scores didn't matter at that school because I'm not a good test taker. And then I went to North Carolina A&T, and that's it. In 2001, I moved to LA. I moved a month after 9/11, which was weird because gas prices like went through the roof. Like I had my money budgeted and everything. Like I'm gonna spend this much money on gas, blah blah blah. And then that 9/11 thing happened and gas went up. I was like, I'm gonna get just to Texas, and I'm gonna start a life in Texas. And I'm gonna get some more money, and then I'll finish the rest of my trip. But I moved out here, never been to LA before, ever.
Wow.
Just a friend of mine from college. She had an apartment out here, and she was like, "My apartment complex has an apartment." I was like, "Just give it to me, the studio apartment. Just give it to me. I'm coming." I had never visited LA. I just went out and I said, "This is what I want to do," and packed my car up, and I listened to Jay-Z Blueprint album the entire trip.
Wow.
The entire trip. Listened to it. Knew every word by the time I got to Arkansas. Every word by the time I got to Arkansas. I was sick of it by the time I get to Arizona.
Yeah.
If I hit Hova one more time, if I H to the Israel one more time, I'm going to blow this truck up with me in it. So, I've been out here ever since. I moved to New York 2006 for a little while, and then I moved back to LA. But, yeah.
Yeah. So what is your joke writing process like? And where do the ideas come from?
So I have to give credit where credit is due. Kevin Hart I used to write with Kevin Hart. Like we would go out to the comedy clubs together. And when I first started writing jokes, I would just write the word out that I wanted, whatever I wanted the subject matter to be about. Like I'm gonna talk about pants, and I would just write pants out. And then I would just go on stage and I would just freestyle. And whatever happens, just happen. Luckily, it would work out in my favor. Not like the Def Jam audition, but it would work out.
Right.
And then I saw Kevin writing one day, and I was like, "What?" Because he was writing book reports. Like he had these whole pages filled. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I write all the whole joke out." Like the whole joke? He write the whole joke out. So I started writing the whole joke out, and what ended up happening is I started writing stories. Because I started building on it. I would take a premise, and I was like, "Oh, this could be a story," and that's how the writing kind of came into fruition or whatever. And now it's like I'll take a subject and I'll talk and I'll write it out and I'll think about everything I want to say. Because when I write it, if it reads funny, then it'll be funnier when I deliver it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I literally, and I'm extremely OCD. I'm unapologetically OCD because I'll write a joke in a notepad. Like I have like a legal pad. I write the whole joke out. How many other pages it takes to get the joke out, and then I would put it over here to the side, and I would rewrite the joke again in another notepad. I cannot write the same joke in the same notepad. It's just something.
But now, so when you rewrite it, then do you change it? Do you tweak
change
it?
some
Or
stuff
is it,
because I write it one version this way. This is the first draft of the joke, second draft of the joke. I have like 7 drafts.
So you have 7 different notepads.
I have 7 different notepads. I am a very neat hoarder.
Okay.
I have like the 38-gallon
tubs,
notepads.
Wow.
Galore. And when I go to different cities, the only thing I ask for, I'm not a diva. I don't say I need green M&Ms. I don't need white Air Force Ones. Each show, that person knows what I'm talking about. I don't ask for I just want water. And I ask for notepads and pens. That's all I want because I want to write out everything before I go on stage, and I want to make sure I like what I'm gonna do. Because a lot of times I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I have an idea. That keeps it fun for me.
So you don't just have like a set. You don't have like an hour set or whatever that you just do every single time.
No. Like when I was in Peoria this weekend, Thursday night show is different from Friday night show. I mean, I would say 50-50. Like 50% of the jokes I did Thursday night, I would use 50% of them Friday night, but it's gonna be a different 50.
Right.
To back, to tag with the other 50 that I did the night before.
That's interesting.
So I write a lot.
Yeah.
And I tell stories. I think that's kind of like the way you get away with it. Because comics really don't tell stories anymore. We live in this instant society where people want these one-liners and these quick jokes, and the jokes don't really have to make sense. And you can just, as long as you got like a facial expression, or you, for some reason you have sex with the stool, it can get you by or something. Or I despise music bits. Like I don't like when I've worked with comics that feature for me, and if they use music at all in their act, I'm like, you can't either you gonna stop the music or you can't work with me because I don't do. Because I'm like, you ever go to the club and then the music come on and they start dancing? I don't. I just won't. I just need jokes. I just need you to go up there with your material.
Right.
Whatever. I don't need no mic cues. I don't need no lights. No. If I'm not doing it, you not doing it. Just tell the jokes. Let's get in. Let's get out and get on with our life. Like it ain't got to be all that. And I kind of like sometimes dig a hole for myself with the audience. Like I want the audience. I try to turn them against me, just to make it interesting.
Just to see if you can live. And
this is gonna sound bad. It's not bad, but it's gonna sound bad. I don't get excited anymore when I go on stage. Like it used to be like the butterflies in my belly. Like, oh, I'm about to go on stage. I haven't had butterflies in years. Like that excitement that you get,
right?
You know how that excitement you get when you in high school, you kiss a girl for the first time, and the butterflies,
yeah,
blood goes to that direction, and you're like, oh my god! Like I haven't had butterflies or the blood rush in a long time.
Wow.
So when I go on stage now, it's like I'm like, let me start off being an asshole, and then I go win them back.
So then when you win them back, then do you get the butterflies? Or
I just like, look what I did. I smashed this house and I fixed it. That's it. Like I literally go on stage, and the thing now with comedy is people just say stuff for shock value.
Yeah.
They'll just say stuff for shock. Like a lot of white comics use the N-word a lot now.
Yeah.
They use it like, and they try to disguise like, I'm doing it as a joke. Yeah. But I'll look at the joke, I'll be like, you could have done that joke without saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to just do it. And I'm like, I'm going to let it, because Louis C.K. did it. So comics feel like, if Louis can do it, I can do it. No, you can't, because you're not Louis.
Right.
You got to earn that. And even then, after you earn it, I got to see why you're doing it before I even say that's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I dig a hole for myself. I do a lot of relationship material. I do a lot of
Is there anything that is off limits to you?
No.
You talk about everything.
I talk about a baby getting eaten by an alligator. The baby got eaten by an alligator last year in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a whole, probably like a 10-minute joke about it. I mean, I'm not making fun of what happened. I'm discussing it.
Right.
Because I don't make a joke. I just regurgitate what I read in a humorous format.
Yeah. Now, would you ever apologize for something
No.
you said on stage? No. Or a
Nope.
tweet or something? Or I mean, because you're popping right now. So there's like stuff that there's so like if something happens and
If I
you say something,
nobody that listen to me, nobody that apologizes for what they said means that apology. Because what you said, you meant what you said when you said it.
right.
You are doing damage control because you don't want to lose your sponsorship. You
Right.
don't want to get kicked off your show.
Right.
You don't want people to disassociate themselves from you or whatever. But no, I'm not.
No,
I don't think there's not. I think before I speak. But even if I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
If I'm cool with it. Because I don't do the jokes for everybody. I do them for me. And if
Right.
you enjoy it, then we both get something out of it. But
No, I mean, because I admire that more than people who like say it and then like try and retract what they say and this and that. Because comedy, I believe, is the last real form of free speech
you would think.
that we have.
You would think.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue now is when comics are policing other comics. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a comic and you do a joke, I'm not going to go on Twitter and be like, I don't condone. Michael Jackson died, right? Comedy is about timing.
Yeah.
You got to get to it before somebody else gets to it.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And when Michael died, my Facebook status, literally probably 20 minutes after he died, I said, when the good Lord say Shimon, you got to Shimon. It wasn't mean. It was just...
No, it's funny.
I used it in a tasteful context.
Right. Yeah. No, that's funny.
When
That's
Whitney Houston died, I was like, she's no longer every woman. And yo, comics, like black comics, disingenuous black comics that were like, I'm for the culture and the people. You can't talk about our icon. You never met Whitney Houston. It'd be different if you met her,
Right.
dated her.
Right.
Okay?
You had a relationship.
If you had a
knew her.
relationship with her, did she hold a door open for you? Did she let you borrow a wig? Like, what did she do for you when you be like, I gotta stand up for Whitney Houston? No knock on Whitney. I'm just, the joke is there.
Right.
And I did it. But there's a certain, black people also police each other.
Yeah.
Because white comics can make a joke about another white, but like another person dying and nobody will say anything to them because it's accepted.
Right.
But if I do it, like, man, I got into this long, like, I'm angry thinking about it now that I allowed myself to give that attention. Because all it did was make me make more jokes.
Yeah. Well, because like once you start, and then you get on a little roll, and then people start, you gotta.
All you doing is fueling me.
Yeah.
If you say, oh, I don't like that. Oh, you don't? Well, thank you. Now I got something to do this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm not apologizing. It's jokes I tell.
So there's no such thing as too soon for you, is what you're saying.
Somebody else will beat you to it.
Yeah.
We're not human. It's entertainment. No one cares. There's no souls here. There's no souls in Hollywood. Nobody has a soul in Hollywood. No one's like, that's just...
Yeah. All right.
I got jokes.
You do.
I make jokes. Like, if I'm dating a girl, I'm like, look, you cannot listen to Whitney Houston and take a bath at the same time. You can't. You can't. You just can't. Things happen.
Mess around and slip in.
What? The whole Houston family is allergic to bathtubs.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Let's talk about let's because you have a podcast.
I have a podcast called Just Killing Time. I started it in 2011 because of Bill Burr. Bill Burr is listening, which he's not, but Bill Burr got me started on podcasts. He used to have one on MySpace, And he used to do it with this company called Gcast, and it was basically he would just call in this service on his phone and just rant, and then just push a button. That would be it, and then he just upload it. And I would listen to it.
Yeah.
And then like in 2011, I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like late 2010, 2011. I always say I was the first black comic to have a podcast. I was. I had people tell you are. I was, and then Aisha Tyler did one like a couple of months later. That was the first one. I don't do it consistently because I do it by myself. So literally, this is me in my house for an hour,
just talking
to nobody. It's cabin people. It's cabin people.
Yeah.
And there's nobody to check me.
Right.
So I'll say anything.
Yeah.
And then I'll just like upload. I don't edit. I'm like, that's it. Because I don't have the energy to edit. I don't have it. It's not. It's free. If you complain about free, then I don't know what to do for you. I just gave you free entertainment for an hour. Do what you want with that. Yeah. But yeah, podcast. It's inconsistent, but I want to do it more consistently. I found a structure that I want to do. I think I'm gonna be a love nutritionist. Yeah. Okay. All right. Like your diet for love. Like certain things you need.
Right.
For your love diet.
To have a healthy love life.
A healthy love life. Right. Some people, certain things you don't need that you get, and certain things you don't get that you need. You know what I mean?
All right.
So I might do that.
Do it, and I will definitely listen.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, but all right.
No, I would but you have to like tweet it though.
I have to tweet it?
Yeah.
Is Twitter still relevant?
I'm still cracking on Twitter.
Really?
Low key though.
Low key.
Nothing too crazy, but you know, I kind of.
But you kind of see the traction has kind of like died down.
Yeah, because Instagram, it's like the thing.
He was funny about Instagram now. People, if they don't get enough likes on their Twitter, they just snapshot
and put it on Instagram.
Yeah, they're like, well, since you're not watching me on Twitter, let me get some traction over here. And it's like, just put it on Instagram.
Yeah, because I don't want to read on Instagram. Like I go to Instagram for the pictures or for video. Like I don't want to like sit there and like just put it on Twitter, let it live there. If it's funny, people will find it. If it's not, then you know, that's it.
I don't. Contrary to belief, I don't go hunting for women on Twitter or on Instagram, right? But the other day I was flipping through and I saw this girl with a horse, and I was like, I can't do nothing for her. She got a horse. Like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do with somebody that got a horse?
Have a house with
a
barn.
Horse.
That's
like,
what you need.
What I'm gonna offer you? Some hay for your horse? Like when people start giving you animals as pets and gifts, like it's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like, look at my hubby got me a horse. I'm like, well, congratulations.
Yeah, no,
you and Seabiscuit have a wonderful life together.
But you're on TV.
I am.
You know, let's talk about that. Lopez,
George Lopez. We're in our second season. It's on TV Land. We come on Wednesday nights at 10:30. And it's a great show. I get to play myself loosely. You know, it's a scripted version of myself. I keep my name on the show, which is weird a little bit because you know what it is. People don't get to play themselves until later in their career. Right. You know, till your tail end of your career, where they be like, look, I can't pretend to be nobody else. This is who I am. Right. Like, people know who I am. I came out of the gate. I get to play myself, and it kind of came about. Rest in peace, Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal came to me one day. He was like, no one's going to give you, like, you're not going to audition for something and get it. Like, they're just going to give it to you because they like you, who you are, because you're a comic. And they're going to want whatever that is that you do to be a part of whatever they're doing. And I was like, okay. So the guys who wrote the show, Dave Krinsky and John Altschuster, they came to me and they were like, we got this idea for this show we're doing with this bigger name comic for TV Land, and we created a character for you on the show. It's basically yourself. You know, we don't know what's going to happen yet, but we told TV Land we like you. We want you to audition for it. And I was like, just let me know. Yeah. And it basically told me it's mine to lose. Like, if you go in and mess up, then that's your own fault. That's your own fault. Just go be yourself. Right. And I didn't want to spaz out and be like, let me go look at old tapes of myself figure out who I am because I don't know who I am no more.
Right.
But I went in and auditioned for the show and got a call back, and they would like do a chemistry test, read with George, and it worked. Like it was fun, and they had when they put you on the contract when you test for a pilot. They say just the contract, and the network, we have 6 or 7 days to agree to this contract, or we keep hunting for somebody else. And I had until they had until 6 o'clock Friday to let me know I was gonna get it. And I'm like sitting on the couch. It's like 5:53. And I got my phone right here, and I'm like, I don't want to look at my phone because I've been agonizing the whole week. Right. Like I thought I got this, right? Because 2 of the people that auditioned for it had already told me they didn't get it, and it was only 3 people that did it. So I'm like, where's my phone call?
Right.
Where's the phone call?
Right.
And I just sat there on my couch in the dark. Because I had till 6 o'clock. I was like, if either they gonna call me and I'm gonna celebrate, or I'm gonna keep the lights out and I'm gonna commit suicide. Either way it goes, the lights gonna stay out. And I sat there on the couch, and then my agent, he called me at 5:57, and he was like, dude, you got it. And I was like, shut up. No, you got it. Shut your mouth. Don't lie to me. No, dude, you got it. I was like, yeah. And I dropped the phone, and I just like sprinted in my little circle. I was like, yeah. And then I picked the phone back up. He's like, let me call you right back to make sure. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Just to make sure. I don't have the paperwork in front of me. Why would you call me and tell me we gonna eat and then be like, the food ain't ready yet? So then he hung up. He called me back like a minute later. Okay, it's official. We can celebrate now. I was like, dude, don't ever call me again unless you got paperwork in hand, blood tests, all that stuff.
Fire.
Because he literally was like, you got it. And I was like, yeah. And he like, let me double check. What? And then he left.
So that was the longest minute of your life waiting for him to call back.
The longest minute, like a girl going into the bathroom and like waiting for her to come out with that stick. Like, we good? Oh, good. Jeez, I thought I was gonna have to push you down some steps. Like, I'm joking. That's not how you get rid of babies.
That's
but yeah, then I did that, and I celebrated by going to Banana Republic and bought me a pair of jeans.
Nice.
That's all I like.
That's the way to do it.
I have this thing like Kendrick Lamar was like, I don't spend my money because I don't know if I'm gonna be broke again. I don't ever want to be broke again.
Right.
Which he'll never be broke again unless he develops a serious
like an MC Hammer problem or
drug
something.
habit. Like he I want my shoes to have heated soles in them or something like that, or whatever. But I bought a pair of jeans, and that was it. They were, here's what's so funny. I had just booked the show, and I still did not want to pay full price for them jeans. I was like, y'all ain't got no jeans on sale. None on sale. Like, this is a gift to myself to reward myself for hard work. And I was like, y'all ain't got no jeans on sale? Nah, God, I guess I'll pay full price for it. In my mind, I was like, I'll just wear them today.
And then take them.
Because I had a show to do at the Laugh Factory. I'm going to just wear them tonight to celebrate. These are my celebratory jeans, and then I'm going to take them back tomorrow. I'm like, I celebrated in these jeans, and I needed $89 back because jeans shouldn't cost.
That's really fun. You know what else you should have bought?
What?
When you bought those Banana Republic jeans, you should have bought a Blue Apron.
Oh,
yeah.
Food, right?
Food,
because Blue Apron is a service.
Blue Apron is a service
that you can order, customize what you want, and they'll bring it to your house, and you cook it. And it helps you for people like you and me who have a busy schedule, and you want to eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's basically what they do, because they're the #1 fresh ingredient recipe delivery service in the country. And their mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. So they've established a partnership with over 150 local farms and fisheries and ranchers across the United States. And as a result, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch.
You do not sound excited about it, but I do understand what you're saying. Could I call Blue Apron?
You can. This is what you can do. As opposed to calling Blue Apron, right?
Go online.
You go online.
Right.
And then what you do is you go to www.blueapron.com/STAND.
Okay.
Try it out. Okay, but use STAND on the thing, and they'll
a trial?
As a trial.
Will they send me like a snack?
No, they'll give you 3 free meals.
Really?
You try it out. And then, you know, if you like it, you keep the service, you pay for it, and you're paying less money doing it this way than going to the grocery store and trying to pick out stuff for yourself.
I'm trying not to eat out anymore.
Right. Have it come to your house. It's basically eating out in your house.
Eating out in your house.
Yeah.
It's not pieces. It's DiGiorno.
Exactly.
Right?
No, it's not delivery. It's
DiGiorno.
Yeah,
I don't know. You watch more TV than me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But yeah. Are we done?
That's basically it.
The show.
Yeah.
Did we cover everything?
Is there anything else that where can people see you live next?
I will be in Oxnard.
Nah.
Wednesday. Oxnard Levity. I have a show at 8 o'clock. And then I will be at the Ontario Improv May 31st at 8 o'clock. And then I will be in San Antonio at the Riverside Comedy Club. And Toledo, Ohio, June 22nd through the 25th or whatever. I'm on a little I call it the Passion of the Petty tour.
And where can people find you online?
At Maronzio Vance. Everything. I don't have any fake names.
Like Twitter,
just at Maronzio
Instagram,
Vance,
everything.
Instagram. I have a Snapchat. I have Snap 4 times.
You got to get back on it.
I've been told.
Yeah.
I should snap more. I'm going to be more interactive. So follow me. So appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
How you say my name?
Maronzio Vance.
Yeah.
Maronzio Vance.
You were nervous at the beginning.
I was super nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was very nervous.
Mess this up. It's like Rapunzel. I'm gonna get him to say his name.
But here's the thing. Like I know it now.
You know it now.
Yeah.
All right.
So like, ask me in like 3 days.
Now, do I get to keep this cup, or is this for everybody?
You have to put it back when you leave. You
so everybody drink out of this cup.
But we wash them. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. You can find me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue and the Nick Perdue 2.
Are they looking at me right here?
They can look at you here.
Right there.
And until next time, we'll see you soon.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.